Thousands of dollars taken from families. All they wanted was a house. They got promises, but little else.
Channel 5's Angela Vargas tells us tonight those families are left without a home, no money, their dreams crushed.
Family dreams exploited, their life savings gone, and debts that will be hard to clear. We'll tell you how you can protect yourself. A folder filled with paperwork is laid out on this kitchen table. Contracts, receipts, bank statements.
From what I heard, there's like about 30 that already made a report in Mission, 10 like in Mission, and the other one in McAllen. Like, there's a lot of people out there.
People who lost thousands of dollars.
I'm stuck without a house. I'm stuck without my money to buy a new house. I've been saving that money for like 5 years already, trying to save up for this state.
This single mom wanted us to hide her identity.
I didn't have the right credentials to obviously go through a bank. I saw on Craigslist, and I got recommended to this company, TNG Wealth, that they were doing a 10% down, no credit check, no employment history.
She dreamed of a new home for her daughters to grow up in.
I gave them a cashier's check. They asked for the 10% down. I gave it to them.
She wrote a check out for more than $12,000 to TG and Wealth. This is the group she believed she would work with.
Found a house. I gave him a cashier's check in that amount, and he gave me a receipt with his letterhead on it. And the whole time I've been thinking I was working with the company itself, and it turns out I'm working with Infinite Properties.
Infinite Properties took over after the sale.
After that, my paperwork was at the title company, and we've been trying to close on it, and they never finished signing any paperwork, and now the guy, owner, just disappeared.
We called the owners of Infinite Properties. First, Rogelio Ramos Jr. We got no answer. Then we called Luis Rodriguez. We got a dial tone. We went by their homes to see what we could find. We were greeted at the Ramos house by several dogs and a no trespassing sign. Ramos was apparently not home. I left my card at the gate, then we moved on.
You know who Luis Rodriguez is?
He's not here. He's my son, but he's not here.
We went looking for Infinite Properties. We found them doing business here on North 10th Street, inside a business called Me in 3D. We wanted to find out if Infinite Properties was licensed by the state. We learned they are not. A neighboring businesswoman explains.
Honestly, they would hold like these seminars. Like, so they'd have groups of people in there that they would talk to, and I never knew what they were doing.
A couple of weeks later, we checked back on the storefront and learned Ramos and Rodriguez were locked out for not paying the rent. Many of the victims we talked with couldn't afford the homes they were sold. The victims are both the buyers and sellers.
It is a very unfortunate situation that people will go to these extent to hurt and steal from families and innocent victims here. And
Jorge Alvarez tried to sell this home to a client of Infinite Properties.
And the couple that was buying the home found these people, and they offered to finance their home. They told them that they would give them financing if they gave them at least 10 to 20% down. So they gave them $20,000.
Alvarez thought the home was going to be sold. He let the buyers move in.
They figured it was a done deal, so they did a lot of things to the home.
Infinite Properties failed to give the family the promised money to buy the home. They couldn't close, so the family was forced to move out.
So it put us in somewhat of a financial difficulty as well, because I had to come out money to come and repair a lot of the stuff and repaint the home. And the family couldn't pay rent.
Alvarez and the single mom who hoped to own a house are not the only victims of this unscrupulous business. 7, 8, 11, 12, and $60,000 gone, missing from the people who were taken by these contractors. We went back to the Hidalgo County records. 4 people filed lawsuits against TG and Wealth, a private wealth group associated with Infinite Properties. 4 construction companies also filed lawsuits against Infinite Properties, San Jacinto, and Wells Fargo Bank. In this lawsuit, it states Infinite Properties was working with a title company called San Jacinto. The lawsuits claim San Jacinto Title Company hosted a meeting with other construction companies, telling them they would provide financing to build people's dream homes. Some construction company owners gave in. They handed over money too. That money was never returned. You need to know what to look out for.
In this case, for example, the first red flag that pops up is that the people had to pay their 10% down payment up front.
Realtor Dina Puente says beware.
Normally in a real estate transaction, the down payment is paid at the time of closing.
Infinite Properties sent out a statement in June trying to calm fears. It says in part, our point of contact in the hedge fund has told us that we will be funded soon in approximate 10 days. It goes on to say Infinite Properties will receive ample funding to close all current and future deals. 5 months later, the mother of two still doesn't have her money.
Just whoever else got scammed, I mean, come forward, let me know what kind of information they have, and that way, you know, maybe we can work together to try to get our money back, because I know there's several other people.
Some victims will wait to see what the court decides.
Well, I'm just trying to get my money back.
People who fell victim to Infinite Properties' sales pitch tell us they feel confused, broke, and betrayed. A law enforcement agency confirms several police departments here in the Valley asked for help for the many complaints on their desks. In the Channel 5 News studio, I'm Angelo Vargas.